The 2023 Africa CEO Forum from Jeune Afrique Media Group, in collaboration with the International Finance Corporation, returned to a physical gathering in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Held at the Sofitel Hotel, it featured over 2,000 business leaders, investors, and policymakers from Africa and around the world. The annual summit of the Africa CEO Forum is the largest international meeting of the African private sector. The opening ceremony featured remarks from Amir Ben Yamed, the managing director of the Jeune Afrique Media Group, and Makhtar Diop, managing director of the International Finance Corporation. The theme of the forum for 2023 was From 300 to 3,000. Creating Tomorrow's Champions of Sovereignty Today. The 2 days that followed featured a healthy number of high-level discussions, like unlocking the potential of women-led startups in Africa, that featured the First Lady of Namibia, Monica Gengos, and also Zuera Yusufu, CEO of the Dangote Foundation, amongst others. There was another discussion titled The Scramble for Africa's Gas, Balancing Domestic Needs versus Lucrative Exports, that featured Simbi Wabote, Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Content Development and Monitoring Board, among others. Arise News even moderated our own panel, a CEO talk titled From 300 to 3,000, The Road to $1 billion in Revenue. There was Ivorian culture on display and lots of networking and mingling at the forum. There were also big deals announced, including a $500 million facility signed by the International Finance Corporation and Boa Cement. We spoke to the managing director of the Jeune Afrique Media Group, Amir Ben Yamed, who reflected on the forum and spoke optimistically about Africa's future.
I think the macroeconomic headwinds are not an issue. The economic situation is going to be very difficult. I think our most pressing issue is political leadership. Because at the end of the day, we can have the best private sector in the world. If we don't have good political leaders, we're not going to go nowhere. And what concerns me most is in several countries that the situation is kind of weakening in that area. But no, I'm always optimistic because I think everything is in our hands. And the message that we wanted to deliver when talking about Africa economic sovereignty is we need to stop thinking that the solution is going to come from the outside. The solution is going to come from the inside, from our political leaders, from our entrepreneurs, from our CEOs. We have the power to deliver growth. We have the power to deliver jobs, but we need to be much more aggressive and to create a new narrative for Africa and to be much more upfront on the global international economic summits. The voice of Africa is not heard enough, and this is what needs to be changed.
The closing ceremony featured an interview with 3 young entrepreneurs from Morocco, Nigeria, and Ghana, who spoke about the impact of the Africa CEO Forum and what entrepreneurs on the African continent are seeking from investors and government. There was also a recap of the week before the ceremony came to a close. All in all, a very successful Africa CEO Forum. From Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, Rhoda Sodiri, Arise News.